Memories cannot erase. No, I don't know And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to F2 round 3 at Belgium for AFR Friday series. I will be joined by Baitmate today as Ben can't make it.
G'day, lads. G'day, Pepsi.
G'day, Baitmate. Now, you raced last round. Tell us how hard these cars are to drive, or how easy.
Oh, they're definitely not easy to drive, that's for sure. They've got a lot of understeer, and they're not for the faint of heart.
Now, we've all...
No,
continue.
I was just going to say, we should see a pretty good one here at Spa, but I've got the weather report. It's all dry at the moment.
And that's for second race as well, isn't it?
I believe so, yes.
Alright, cool. This series is also preset only, so we only use the 5 preset defaults, and by last season everyone's on preset 4 for these cars for unknown reasons. Just on
The preset 4 just seems to be a lot more stable for the car, and somehow it still has as much downforce as some of the lower presets. Doesn't make any sense.
As we got Mrs. Spice retired from the qualifying. We're just on board with lights at the moment as he's kind of down to pull on. Currently combined leading the charge in qualifying. Qualifying being one shot for the series because the full qualifying is a 30-minute session. Drivers tend to drag that out to the last minute.
Be almost long as one of the races, if not longer.
I think it is longer than one of the races. I think it's longer than the sprint one.
I think Combine's got this one in the bag again. He's too quick in the F2 cars.
FIBA just joining us now for the start of the race. We got Combine coming to the final chicane now, late on the brakes, goes a tiny bit deep but opens the corner for the last corner. Great run to the line, sets a 56 flat. And Mikael behind 2/10 does a 56.2, I believe. So that is a grid combined getting an extra 4 points to his name for the weekend due to F2 having qualifying for front row of first place having 4 extra points than everyone else. Anarchy being a new driver, and we got Conrad. I think is Conrad reserve or is he full time? I can't remember.
I can't remember either. I think he's mostly reserve. Oh no, actually, I was looking before. Yes, he is a full-time driver on the Friday series.
And Anarchy being a new driver, I believe he just joined Discord yesterday.
Yes.
Now, we got a full drive race, but it does look a bit cloudy. Wouldn't be a surprise.
Looking very ominous at the moment. I would almost guess that it was raining if we didn't know that it was dry.
We're just having drivers choose their tyres that they want. F2, I believe you can choose a tyre. You don't have to start on a quali set.
Yes.
So FIBA at the back with Mr. Spice. FIBA opting to go the medium tyre for the race start. Everyone else going softs. It could either be a big downfall or he can stay in the DRS. Now we're gonna see a massive DRS train.
Oh, for sure. The slipstream's very powerful on these F2 cars as well. Especially after El Rouge, you can expect a lot of people to make overtakes.
Yeah, as we didn't really see it in Britain, but slipstream wasn't helping most people in Britain. Some people were stuck behind cars for about 5 laps.
Oh, for sure. These cars are good for side-by-side racing, but it's very hard to get the upper hand on someone else due to the understeer.
Now, Combined Mikkel starting front row again like they did last week. Combined just getting an upper hand off the start from Mikkel in Britain. Let's see if that can happen again for him. Got PTR line up behind his teammate with lights alongside. T-Mac in 5th with Jacob. Anarchy is again a 7th place for his first qualifying session with us. And with Conrad next to him, Mr. Spice Fever, well, Fever joined late. Mr. Spice retired in qualifying, not sure where, because it was a one shot, it doesn't tell us.
Fever on the mediums though. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how far he can take those into the Grand Prix.
I didn't look at the delta between mediums and soft, but I think it'd be pretty big in these cars due to understeer.
Oh, for sure. You're able to take a few corners flat that you can't with the mediums. No, the softs just have that little bit more of an advantage. They definitely heat up pretty quick though in these cars.
We come to end of formation. Getting ready to go lights out to turn 1. Mikkel currently in a uni. Oh, what's the team called? It's like uni something.
Virtuosi?
Something like that. It's in a sandwich though. 5 red lights and away we go. It looks like Mikkel getting an excellent start next to Combine, taking a lead before turn 1. PTI also getting a good start behind the Red Bull driver, takes P2 away from his teammate, but Combine is fine. Lights off the exit of turn 1, getting a little bit tail happy. Looks like he dropped a spot. Teammate gaining Fever up to 6th from 10th.
Jacob Meister's gone back to 9th.
A few people trying to go side by side up a rouge. Not a great idea in these cars.
Definitely wouldn't recommend it. Oh, Combine and PTR.
The
Side by side.
two teammates trying to go side by side. This is going to affect them because Lice is trying to go around the outside of Combine now. Gets the move done up into 3rd place.
Can he hold it?
Or Combine sends it down the inside though. Oh, Sun's around. Looks like Fever's around.
Oh, yep, Fever's round. He's going again. His tyres are going to be really hot now.
And it's the medium tyre compound. That's probably ruined it for an extra lap.
Mikkel had the DR outside the DRS for a second there. He's just seemed to have lost it. Hopefully we can stay within PTR can stay within DRS for a few laps.
We did see last week, as PTR picks up a penalty as we're talking about him. PTR does have the pace in his cars because last week he was fine Mikkel on the last lap after being 5 seconds away from him after passing Combined.
I think all my deltas are broken at the moment.
So Jacob's apparently a lap down, according to the game. PTR already out of 1.4 second gap. And deltas are, yep, cool, deltas are broken. Never mind.
Oh.
Game's glitched.
Okay.
This is what I had to deal with.
Anarchy getting a pretty good start in his first race for AFR. Up into 5th place.
Up in the 5th. That is very well, or very good. Driving the BWT car.
Let's see what Jacob can do with this. He's following Mr. Spicer and Anarchy at the moment with a pretty good double slipstream.
And here goes the leaderboard, messing up.
I wonder if Jacob has any damage. No, he's all good.
We got Fever, Conrad, both fine on the straight, just missed it because the leaderboard was all whacked out and I couldn't switch to anyone.
It's still whacked out for me. I think PTR is still within a second of Mikkel though, and Combine's just behind them.
I haven't seen the top 4 deltas change one bit, so
I'm on board with them right now. It looks around a second. It's a bit hard to say exactly what their gap is. Lights has definitely fallen back a bit.
Matty Box, thank you for the follow. Yes, this is F2 Friday series, and we usually have F1 on Sunday, but this Sunday we don't have a Easter on Sunday, so we're not racing at all. Got Jacob and Mr. Spice. Looks like they went side by side or changed positions.
I believe on Sunday we're doing the State of Origin
Yes, so
in place.
that yes. Yeah, okay, so instead of the normal Tier 1, Tier 2 scheduled races, we do State of Origin, which will be 25% races, I believe.
Yes, for 25% races.
For 25% races, the custom livery, so like we're using the, I forgot what.
Everyone's just using their own custom livery from their states. All their states have gone in and designed as close as they can to their state's colors. So it'll be pretty interesting.
Jacob Anarchy going side by side, turn 4. Anarchy giving way to Jacob, trying not to cause a collision.
So Spice is going looking for a move. Backs out of it.
Decides to back out. Good move as PTR is actually taking the lead. Didn't notice when.
Yeah, with those deltas, it's a bit hard to keep track. Mikhail's still really close to him, and PTR's got that penalty, so be interesting to see if he can get a bit of a gap from Mikhail, but it'd be pretty hard to pull out of the DRS on this track unless you make a big mistake.
While you're talking, Mrs. Spice and Fever both picking up 3-second penalties at the back. I believe T-Mac also picked up one. Might have been earlier though. But at the moment, Combine's just dropped out of the DRS range, so he'll be under pressure from lights behind. Mikhail looking to overtake PTR just before bus stop. Going around, oh, he gets it done before bus stop. PTR lets him through to not cause a side by side.
PTR will have DRS now for the 2 zones.
Combine just getting back within the DRS as well. Be interesting to see if he can hold it to El Rouge.
It's under quite a bit of pressure from
Lights. Goes side by side with Lights on the exit. I think Lights would just sent it.
I think, yeah, Combine's got a yield now. Combine should have DRS now for the top of El Rouge. Unless
they were side by side. Combine has DRS, so Combine with the DRS goes along the outside of Lights all the way to turn 4 now.
Lights went very defensive there.
PTR not able to put a fight up to Mikhail. Mikhail keeps the lead of this race. Fever and Anarchy gone side by side down the back straight as well. Just caught the back end of it. Fever pulls ahead.
Done a very good job of driving clean, staying out of the driver's way there.
Fever going purple sector 1 at the moment on those medium tyres. Gets a big lock up into the downhill right-hander. This Combine also picks up a 3-second penalty. That would be for the exit of No Name.
Well, this is looking really good for Mikhail now. If he can just stay out in the lead, trouble-free, and not get a penalty, he should be pretty good.
There's Lights and Combine gone side by side
Apologies,
yet again.
Ben. Radion, sorry. Not the greatest with my corner names.
Neither am I, so you can join me on that one.
We try our best, Ben.
I was struggling last week. I couldn't remember a corner name to save my life.
I can remember it if there's no pressure.
Conrad just coming out of pits down in 10th on the new medium tyres. Combined very close to the back of Lights, trying around the outside, but gets forced wide a bit. Oh, it looks like we got people in pit lane. PTR, Lights, and Combined all in pit lane.
Those softs really must be dead already.
Now that's going to be interesting because Combined pitted behind PTR. this is going to be a double stack. Let's see how this one goes. They're not ready.
No.
Oh, just 2 seconds later.
No.
2 seconds later, and he would have got it perfect.
He's still not in. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's going to hold him up so much. Be interesting to see where he comes out after that.
That's an ouch. That's just put him in last place.
Yep.
Oh, Conrad's in last, but, you know, last of the run-in pack. That was at front. As I heard someone hit the wall.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Spice over the penalty. Right.
Let's see if Jacob has damage. No. Okay, I heard someone hit a wall, but I don't know who. Fever on those medium tires from the start, actually catching teammate quite rapidly, which does suggest the soft tires have died. Anarchy still out on those soft tires as well. Be interested to see if he overcuts someone or how much he gets undercutted.
Yeah. It definitely seems like the softs are absolutely falling off the cliff at the moment.
Fever just getting, oh, he was within a second. Now he's not. Oh, now he is. Teammate getting a 3-second penalty on that same corner. And after pit stops, as you expect, the field is spread.
Very spread. I don't think we got anything close to a battle at the moment apart from Fever T-Mac.
As Mikhail has entered the pits, same with T-Mac. T-Mac's going to follow him in. Let's see if Anarchy does the same. Yes. Anarchy's into pit lane. Jacob picking up a 3-second penalty. I think that's would have been just understeer off track.
Anarchy being very cautious into the pits there to avoid a speeding penalty.
Conrad also picking up a 3-second penalty for no-name exit. Let's see the undercut between PTR and Mikhail. Mikhail just coming to the limited line now to release it. PTR coming around the first corner now, just sees Mikhail in the distance, 1.5 second gap, and they were 0.3 apart before PTR pitted, so the extra lap for Mikhail actually helped him.
Oh, Jacob.
And we got Jacob and
T-Mac.
Tim's gonna have DRS down the back straight. Thank you, Pondon, for the massive raid of 24 people. That's a race. Race is actually going quite good. Fever currently leading, still yet to pit. Jacob and T-Mac on side by side through the first chicane. Don't know the corner names because I'll butcher it. Conrad's had a little incident at start finish straight. Go back to Anarchy with Mr. Spice. It looked like they were having a little fight, but we'll jump back up to T-Mac, who's actually
T-Mac went pretty wide there.
Dropped back quite a bit. That might be due to how hard it is to follow in these cars.
Seems like PTR does seem to be catching Mikhail a little bit. With PTR with that penalty, I don't know if he's going to have the time, even if he gets behind him, to be able to make that gap. So the only people without penalties at the moment, we got Mikhail, Lights, and Anarchy. Stayed clean this race.
T-Max actually kept the distance after pull-on. Hasn't dropped our DRS, so he's going to have that benefit of catching back up again. Mrs. Spice also having the benefit of DRS. Teammate getting a little bit tail happy due to the turbo kick the F2's cars have.
So on board with Spicer at the moment, and he's lining up DRS into Radeon.
T-Mac actually out of DRS detection now, so Mr. Spicer only car within DRS goes around the outside, basically. gonna say outside.
Yep, got the move done pretty cleanly there. Anarchy should be able to stay with him for a bit. They're on a similar kind of tyre wear.
The game's not helping me with camera angles at all.
Oh yeah, I'm having the same issue.
Mr. Spice goes extremely wide on the downhill right-hander. Gives Anarchy a little bit of a chance. Goes extremely wide on the X of No Name as well. It wouldn't be a surprise.
Did he hit the wall at all there?
Doesn't look like it, but he will have copped a warning.
Oh, Anarchy goes a bit wide.
I just say the dirty air with medium tires has gotta hurt.
Oh, for sure.
As Mrs.
You don't want to be following someone too close through this sector.
3-second pen for Mrs. Spice. Goes wide again.
Hits the grass. Anarchy could have a pretty good run on him here.
I think
he
Anarchy does have a good run on him.
He might be able to make a move into the bus stop.
I think it will just sit back, let Mrs. Spice take the lead so he can get DRS onto the 2 straights.
Yep.
Takes a cautious. Makes Mrs. Spice go wide on bus stop so he doesn't have a great X on the last corner. T-Mac now 2 seconds away from Jacob combined, going fastest overall at 57.9.
Mr. Spicer going wide.
Mr. Spice out-braking himself turn 1, goes off track. Now he will have the DRS benefit.
It's almost like he did that on purpose.
You never know. He could have.
I remember in Tier 2 race I had Jacob do that to me.
Strategy calls. It's all strategy. Mikhail bringing the gap down to FIBA quite a bit now as those medium tires are coming to the end of its lifespan.
PTR dropping back a bit as well.
Conrad coming back into pits. No. Okay, I'm tripping. It looked like he was coming into pits. Anarchy holding off extremely well against Mr. Spice, but they're going to have combined shine up on the scene quite soon.
This might end up being pretty spicy in the next few laps.
Going to have a three-way battle for 7th and 8th. And we've got FIBA in the pits now. That'll probably be for the soft tires as we got Mikhail coming around the final corner now. As he goes fastest at 57.895. Jump down to Mr. Spice, who is still on the back of Anarchy.
Where does Fever come out?
Looks like he'll come up just ahead of Jacob and behind Light, so he'll sit in 4th. Not a bad spot on the soft tires. And he doesn't get the DRS benefit out of pit lane. Mr. Spice loses it.
Light's in front of him with no penalties, so interesting what he can do.
Jump up Jacob as he's on the back of Fever for 4th. Now Fever just leaving the pits. Jacob doesn't go for the move, plays it safe. Knows Fever's on the new rubber. As Mr. Spice picked up a 3-second penalty just beforehand.
Mr. Spicer under a bit of pressure almost.
And it looks like Fever's internet just DC'd him, I think, on my end.
I think he's still connected on mine.
He's not on mine.
Oh, there we go.
He's gone.
Goodbye, Fever. Unlucky. Light's moving up into 3rd now. Sorry, Jacob moving up to 4th.
That is extremely unlucky because that was after pits.
Yep, right on the softs. He was ready to put in some fastest laps there, I reckon.
Combined just getting within DRS of Mr. Spice. Mr. Spice also losing it out to Anarchy, so Anarchy has no worries at the moment.
It's close.
FIBA just rejoined. Mikhail going faster, 57.818.
Yeah, Mr. Spicer just being a bit too far.
As FIBA's AI has pitted him.
Oh, gotta love the AI in this game. Mr. Spice just missed out on DRS there. Combined seems to be lining up a move. Should get a very good run on Mr. Spicer here. Anarchy seems to be off in the distance at the moment.
Yep, the AI pitted FIBA for the new softs.
That's going to affect his tyres for next one. Oh no, but you only go mediums next race. Yeah.
You go mediums then. Because I think next race it will be 8.
Combined. Oh, backs out of it.
As my deltas have just disappeared. Great.
So combines all over the gearbox of Mr. Spicer at the moment. Spicer goes wide. Combine takes a place.
I think Combine's not entirely happy where he is at the moment due to that double stack scoring him over.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately for him, even if he gets ahead of Anarchy, he's going to have to pull a 2 or 3 second lead ahead of him. So it's going to be a tough race from here for him.
As PTR picks up another penalty that actually could drop him behind Lice. I wish I knew what the gap was, but I don't. Looks like Combine's in DRS.
So currently, right now, we have PTR on 6 seconds of penalties, Jacob on 3, T-Mac on 6, Combined on 3, Mr. Spicer on 9, and FIBA and Conrad on 3.
Alright. So PTR's on 6. Oh, Lights is almost within range of PTR's penalty as Mr. Spice picks on another penalty. That'll put him on
12 now.
Jeez.
Yeah, if I could see the deltas.
And Anarchy needs 1.3 seconds on T-Mac to gain a spot on him as well. At the moment, everyone will hold positions due to penalties, I believe.
It doesn't look like much is going to swap around.
Combine's going around outside of Anarchy. Now he'll be having to build a gap as Lights picks up a 3-second penalty. So Combine up in the 6 now. You have to build a 3-second gap to Anarchy to keep that position.
Mr. Spicer's gotten himself back into it now. Oh, breaks late again for that corner.
Now with Combine's pace, this could drag Anarchy into T-Mac's penalty if Anarchy can stay with Combined, which...
He's almost out of it already.
It doesn't look like it will happen.
If he can get some sort of slipstream on this straight, I think he might be able to get there. That'll be very tough for him to achieve. Oh, there it goes there.
Mikhail sets the fastest lap yet again at 57.7 now.
I believe Jacob Meister is now within DRS of Lights. Both on 3-second time penalties, so this one's battle for position. So Anarchy falling out of that DRS. With Mr. Spicer inside of it.
Just jumped on board with Jacob as he's got DRS now on Lice. Down the Camel straight now. Would he be able to catch as FIBA says fast as 56.7 now? Jacob not having enough speed to catch the Lights down the straight, so he had to sit back for an extra lap. T-Mac picks up another 3-second penalty that actually puts him behind Anarchy at the moment.
Yep.
But teammate just needs 7/10 on Anarchy to keep 6th place from after he crosses the line. Because at the moment, I think he drops behind combined.
Mr. Spicer all over the gearbox of Anarchy there.
Conrad picks up another 3-second penalty at the back. Thank you, Freddy 23476 for the follow. Much appreciated.
Anarchy's doing a pretty good job of sticking within that 3 seconds. As Mr. Spicer gets another 3-second time penalty.
So that'll be 15 now. That, I think that puts him behind FIBA, but I think FIBA has 3 seconds already.
Yeah. That's going to be close between those two, to be honest.
And that'll be for 8th place, so that will be a battle for pole on the sprint race.
So last lap here for combined. Combined's currently 2.2 seconds up around there. Can he make the 8/10 of a gap in a lap, do you reckon?
Jacob's just caught back up to lights. He's a bit further up than he was last time, so let's see if this DRS can actually help him down the straight this time.
Oh, he should be able to get it
As
done
FIBA
here.
goes fast, this light's going extremely defensive into turn 4, but God, that doesn't even help. I just fat finger.
Side by side, Light seems to have gotten stayed ahead. Jacob's going to come back at him here, though.
He plays it safe, so he might be waiting for the big back straight as PTR picks up another 3-second penalty. That puts him 9 seconds. So PTR will still keep staying unless it's too far behind to capitalize off those penalties. As Mr. Spice still trailing the back of Anarchy for 7th, but it won't matter as FIBA's just got within that 12-second gap he needed.
I believe Anarchy is still within the 3 seconds. He's got about
Yes.
3/10 remaining.
3/10.
It's going to be very close.
I think Anarchy can keep that. Oh. Just jump up to Jacob as he's going on the back of the lights once again. He's gone side by side. I don't know which corner this is. Oh, light's gone extremely wide. Keeps it flat though. Mrs. Bice picked up a penalty.
Another penalty.
I thought it was lights for a second. Oh, Jacob tries to sneak his nose down on the last corner. Doesn't get it far up enough. Lights will take 3rd with Jacob in 4th. Team will come across for 5th. Mikael did win the Belgium GP for the feature race, so he will start from 8th place in the sprint.
I think Anarchy's done it.
PTR finished 2nd as Anarchy just finished ahead of Team Max by 6 thousandths of a second. Mr. Spice will finish in 8th, but FIBA coming across the line now will take 8th spot from him, and FIBA will be starting on pole for the sprint race.
Man, what a race from Mikael. Not a single mistake, I believe.
Just wait for Conrad to finish his lap. Just been driving by himself. So Mikael and Anarchy, I believe, were the only 2 drivers within the field not to pick up a penalty in these cars. So
Not surprising around this track with these cars, honestly. There's so many track limits that are so hard to avoid.
It's like the no-name one. You don't even know it's there until you do it. I'd come into the front bus stop chicane now to finish the lap. Picks up a penalty. Well, is that it?
I didn't even realise, but T-Mac was also right in there for keeping his position. He was less than a 10th in the battle for that 5th place.
Yeah, I didn't even realise either. Job day goes to FIBA.
Very unlucky with that. Either game crash or internet failure.
I believe FIBA could have won, I think. As
He had
PTR
a
for left.
3-second penalty. That would have been tough. But yeah, he could have definitely got himself a podium, that's for sure.
As PTR has disconnected. So he won't be in the sprint, I assume. So that will be finishing order. Mikhail, PTR, Lights, and Jacob will be the top 4 combined. Anarchy, T-Mac, FIBA, Mr. Spice, and Conrad for the remaining points finishers. And the top 8 will be reversed for the sprint race. So
FIBA on pole.
FIBA, T-Mac will be starting front row. Mikhail and PTR will be in 7th and 8th. But PTR has disconnected, so there will be a free spot for 7th. I don't know if they get put up 1 though. I don't think they do.
He might join back. So, see what happens.
This game might have crashed. And this is extremely sunny. Oh, that's... Wonder how many laps we're going to be doing.
Should be, I think, 9? 8? Not much. Yeah, it doesn't look like PTR is making it back for the formation lap. So I think he might be done.
Yeah, he might make it back, he just won't take control until the start of the race. So formation underway. So PTR's car will stay there just in case he wants to rejoin. Hopefully. As everyone's on the medium tyre, I believe everyone's mediums are fresh, so no wear on anyone's tyres at the moment. This will be interesting. Let's see if...
So Anarchy starting in 3rd on his 2nd race for AFR. We'll see how he does.
Be interesting to see if he can keep it lap 1 as
Whoa,
Lights gets DSQ'd.
Combined nearly lost it there at the end of the straight.
Mr. Spice and Lights are coming together. Again, DSQ'd both of them. So Mikhail PTR will be set 8th and 7th. See if Mikhail will be able to charge through the field like he did last week and claim a win.
Be interesting to see if everyone manages to get their tyres up to temperature properly on these mediums, so I can distinctively remember how hard it was to keep them at the right temp. It's a lot of work on the formation lap to make sure they're ready to go.
So only 3 people DSQ'd for formation. I believe Conrad wasn't even there on formation, he just didn't move. Looks like Mr. Spice and Lights somehow came together, not sure how, because they got Mika and PTR between them.
They'll be starting on 60-degree tyres. That's going to be rough.
As PTR's car's still coming to the bus stop, everyone's on the grid.
PTR, the AI for PTR's taking a spot. Here we go.
Now, 5 red lights. And they're out and away we go. T-Mac beside Fever gets a great start next to Fever. Anarchy also getting a great start. Actually overtakes T-Mac down the straight
Very
boat.
cautious.
Takes it safe.
P1.
Combined trying to go around the outside of Anarchy, but Lights, I think Lights holding position, make it up into 6th place from 8th on the grid. Jacob
Lights
dropping.
getting right up the back of the combat.
Jacob dropping a few positions. PTR dropping down to 9th from 7th at the moment. Looks like Combined and Anarchy going side by side down the Camel straight to turn 4. Anarchy still ahead and will take the corner normally. As Lies trying to go around the outside.
Mikhail's looking down the inside.
Mikhail sending it down the inside of Lights at the downhill right-hander, which I know what the name of the corner was. Still side by side, the no name though. Mikhail gaining that position of the Lights. Mikhail now 5/10 behind Combined. Combined up the gearbox of Anarchy for 3rd place.
Anarchy keeping a pretty level head. He's losing the leaders a little bit, which won't be doing Combined and Mikhail any favors, but they should be able to get past him pretty soon.
As well, we had someone go extremely wide at the back and almost hitting the wall. I believe it was.
Lights is now back into 8th, just slotted in behind Mr. Spicer now.
Jacob up in the 6th place from the start. Now up in the 4th, goes around the outside of Anarchy. Combined also getting past Anarchy down in the 5th from that shape.
It's pretty smart from Anarchy, no point fighting that.
As Fever goes fastest with 2-minute flat, and the game is just... Anarchy's missed his breaking point. Almost took out Combined by accident. Been able to avoid it though.
At the moment, Lights seems to be ghosted for them. Not sure what's happening with the filters.
My leaderboard is all sorts of bugged.
Spicer lining up a move on Anarchy at the moment. Dives down his inside. Lights gets the move done on PTR ahead of him.
As PTR actually rejoined. I didn't see PTR rejoin.
Yeah, I didn't either. Oh, PTR looking down the inside of Lights.
Same move that Mikhail did on Lights.
And Mr. Spicer's missed his breaking point again.
Lights holding it side by side a lot better than he did with Mikhail.
Anarchy goes right round the outside of Mr. Spicer.
We got a few penalties coming our way. We got Jacob and Team Up with a 3-second penalty. Tell our names now. That's not going to help him in the sprint race at all. You know, Anarchy faced with the job of tracking down Lights now for 7th. I believe it's top 8 in the sprint race, so he wants to get points. So Anarchy holding the last points position at the moment.
Jacob Meister and T-Mac on the 3-second penalties is going to be pretty interesting in the later stages of the race. T-Mac being up in the podium spots.
At the moment, I was going to say he's out of the... Well, he's got a gap to combine, but not big enough. Speed goes fast at 57.9. As DRS is now enabled. Mikhail will be leading that DRS train, but Mikhail looks like he'll get the DRS off T-Mac.
Oh, Mr. Spicer's gone round.
Mr. Spice around. Any damage?
Front right end plate's missing. Looks of it.
No, the whole right side is gone.
Oh god. He's definitely gonna need a stop with that. He's already at the back of the grid.
Lights, I think who was it? I saw a silver card tried to send on someone.
It was Lights, yeah.
Camera angles are not helping me. I'd switch forward and then it puts me on board.
So right now we got a pretty good train going all the way from T-Mac to lights at the moment. It'll be pretty interesting to see next time they go on the DRS zone to see if anyone actually changes position at the moment. Phoebe just seems like he's got it in control.
Mr. Spice at the back picking up 3-second penalty due to that massive understeer at the moment he's got. Won't be helping him.
Fourth gear he couldn't do there. Yeah, that's not drivable at the moment. I'll be going in getting a nice fresh set of softs.
T-Max getting reeled in by Mikau quite a bit at the moment. And Fever pulling a comfortable gap.
Combined and Jacob staying pretty close. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out over the next few laps.
Well, from last week we saw this happen between like 4 people. You cannot pass in DRS train except the front 2.
T-Max lining him up now.
T-Mac with a...
Oh, sorry, Mikau.
T-Mac getting a horrendous exit off the turn 1. But Mikau passing him before the DRS even opens. Going around the out, side by side down the whole coming straight outside of turn 4. Gets move done before the corner. T-Mac gone extremely wide, having to cut the corner as well.
Oh,
and gets a 3-second penalty for his troubles. That might bring Combined back into it now. The gap between T-Mac and Combined was 9/10. Combined bringing that down quite a bit after T-Mac's fallen off Mikau now.
Conrad with a 3-second time penalty. Mr. Spice has just put on fresh softs and probably got his wing changed.
As the lights has lost DRS to PTRs. Jacob's trying to move on Combined, doesn't go for it, which is safe.
All this fighting Combined's doing is letting T-Mac pull a gap though out of DRS.
How did you say that? Combined gets, or T-Mac gets a terrible exit. Jacob goes extremely wide and gives a spot up to PTR behind them.
This is Spicer with another 3-second time penalty.
What's up, the train 1? How are you? So T-Max, T-Max pulled that gap to Combined, so Combined won't have the DRS, I believe. No, Combined does not have DRS at all. So PTR will be on the charge for his teammate, with Jacob close behind him. That's Combined. He just got back into DRS. Teammate just gained the DRS off of Mikau, though.
Lights gets it as well.
Jump down to Jacob as Jacob's trying everything he can to get that slipstream on PTR. Doesn't want to go side by side for turn 4. Will compromise both of them and losing DRS, so it's a smart move. Jacob getting a better exit than PTR off the chicane. Goes a little bit tighter line. PTR turns in. A little bit of contact between the two of them. And that has just compromised both of them with the DRS, so PTR now out of DRS of his teammate. Lights getting back within that 1 second gap. Lap 5 of 9 at the moment, so 4 laps remaining for this race. At the moment, Jacob, T-Mac, Conrad, and Mr. Spice all holding penalties.
Who's lost it? T-Mac's just lost it. Oh!
His teammates lost and we got a safety car.
I think he hit Combined as well. Does Combined have any damage?
No. But it is a safety car. So
This will be interesting.
what do you do?
The softs can barely last 4 laps, but I'd still put them on. Like, especially if...
Fever doesn't go in, neither does Mikau. What does Combined do? Combined doesn't No one's gone in. Oh, Lights has
No
jumped.
one's going.
Lights has gone in. So Lights the
He's
only
probably-
driver to go in.
Anarchy stays there.
Anarchy will take it that position away.
Oh, this is a gifted Mr. Spicer with being able to get back into the race. Although 6 seconds of penalties, I doubt he's going to get very far.
Conrad also coming in pit lane. And I point out, safety car will only be out till lap 7. And then it's in no matter what.
Ooh. So Lights being 30 seconds out, he's going to have to push pretty hard to get himself back up to Anarchy.
Yep. Same with Mr. Spice if he wants to be on the safety car.
So everyone at the back of the grid on pretty fresh softs, including Mr. Spicer. And what are penalties looking like for Jacob?
As Mr. Spice just gets a 10-second penalty for a corner gun.
Corner cutting.
I think he just lost into the bus stop and went sideways. That's the only explanation I can bring up.
That's about 32 seconds worth of penalties in these races. I think that's a new record.
Nah, Lotus still holds it. You can't beat Lotus. Lotus will find a way.
So it'd be a really rough decision for these drivers right now. You've got the decision to make of constantly trying to keep these really difficult to keep warm mediums, or you've got the choice of saving a bit of the wear and doing it on the last little bit before the lap starts.
As Lights just catching the back end of the safety car. Safety car will be out one more lap for Conrad and Mr. Spice.
I think they should be able to get that gap. They've already managed to take it down about 30 seconds.
They should catch it because Lights was 30 seconds away.
Yeah.
So safety car, everyone ahead of Lights not pitting. So this might be a downfall for most of the drivers ahead.
I honestly would have pitted. I don't know why you missed up the opportunity. Like, if fair enough, Faber didn't pit because you don't want to lose position. But
Well, it's 4 laps in. If you're leading, what would you do? Would you pit or lose the lead and potentially
I
have
would stay out.
everyone? Yeah.
I would stay out in the lead. But if I was in second or third or fourth, maybe I might go on softs.
If Mikhail came in, he'll be 6. If he
Yeah,
can.
you're not wrong. And you'd have to do all that work again.
And you have
pretty
no
good last lap.
DRS. You'll have no DRS for the racing.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think the mediums runners made the better call there, considering that there's only going to be a few laps of racing left with no DRS.
I believe, yes. You will have lap 8 and lap 9. DRS will only be enabled after lap 9, which will be the end.
So Mr. Spicer's still taking a reasonably... he's gone foot flat through El Rouge. He was taking it a bit soft before. I think he should be good.
He should catch up to the back, and now we'll resume racing at the end of the safety car. Interesting that our first safety cars at Belgium in a sprint race. Safety car on the longest track, or the second longest track on the F1 calendar.
Oh, Lights! 3-second penalty.
That is not what you should be doing on the safety car.
No, that's just... he had an advantage over Anarchy and Jacob Meister.
And he's just butchered it.
Yeah, at least Jacob Meister has it as well, so... bit of disconnecting for Lights there as well.
I think that'll be him alt-tabbing, because when you alt-tab, it does set you back a bit.
I wouldn't risk it.
No, I don't think anyone should do it, even the host, because when the host does it, the safety car glitches.
Yeah.
Safety cars in the slap, people will be pacing the field for a restart, and as you can see, everyone trying to warm up those tyres now.
Yeah, most people sitting around the high 70s.
Just
Looks like
crawling.
PTR's got a decent amount of heat in his.
They're crawling their way through Sector 3.
Anarchy's tyres are stone cold. And Lights didn't do a very good job of warming up those softs. You'd think with the softs you'd be able to get them pretty hot.
They'll be warm by like turn 1.
No, you're not wrong about that. Okay.
Meters will probably take what, turn 4, turn 5, and Fever's colder. Fever's away, locks up in the bus stop though. That's allowed Mikau to get a bit close on restart. Mikau's up his ass at the moment.
Mikau have that juicy
He's-
slipstream all the way through Rouge.
Mikau making
he's
a move.
making it happen now.
Making a move for turn 1. Fever on the outside of Mikau now. Fever giving up the place. Now he will have slipstream all the way down to turn 4. I was about to say DRS, but I was safe to go restart.
Lights and Anarchy about to go side by side. Oh, Anarchy backs out.
Anarchy pulling a smart move, backs out. We'll jump back up to Fever because Fever's got an extremely good run on Mikau at the moment. Going down to the Camel Straight. Goes on the inside line for turn 4. Is anyone else going side by side? Looks like Anarchy trying to go side by side. Mikau and Fever were still side by side. Oh, there's a touch. Fever's around.
He's combined. Oh.
They saved it. Drops down behind the Lights. Might drop down behind Anarchy now. So that's just ruined Fever's race. That was a little bit of contact for turn 6.
Did he get damage from that?
Doesn't look like, but the tiniest bit of contact for turn 6 sending Fever around was enough to put him down to P6. Now combined up into second. Now he'll be challenging for a win again for his second win in F2. He's got his teammate as Fever picks up a penalty at the back as well. PTR on the back of his teammate, but he's got Jacob close behind. So combined is the train leader, as you would say, at the moment. As PTR goes around the outside at the moment, takes the position away from combined. So combined now in between Jacob and PTR, but combined trying around the outside of PTR. PTR covering it off the bus stop entry for combined. As we come on to the final lap, Mikau with a gap of 1.3 seconds over PTR, combined right on the back of his teammate, and Jacob getting overtaken by Lights on the sauce, so Lights up into 4th place with that penalty though.
Yeah, he's worked out pretty well even with the penalty.
Sends...
Oh god, are they going to go side by side in El Rouge?
That tries side by side, Jacob and Lights side by side for El Rouge, gets it clean though. So no contact
Very well
between...
done to both of them. Lights coming back at him now.
I'll say...
Lights will have the inside. Oh!
That doesn't do it. Oh, Jacob covering the inside line now. Lights going around the outside. Does he get the side? There's a little bit of contact between the two drivers. Jacob doesn't look like he went around. It looks like it was enough contact to do it, but it doesn't put him around. Fever catching up back to Jacob. Anarchy in a great position at the moment because all drivers ahead of him have penalties, so he could jump up into 4th.
And all of them are battling as well, so it's looking good for Anarchy right now. If you stay clean, you get results.
Combined still trying to catch PTR for that 2nd place, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I think Lights might even start reeling him in on these last few corners. With those soft tyres, you'd expect him to.
And if that happens, Anarchy's just falling out of a 2nd. What's the gap between Anarchy and Lights?
Anarchy and Lights is about a second
1
and a
point,
half.
2.7, 2.8, 2.9.
Oh, yeah.
Anarchy needs to get this bus stop right to gain 4th. Because the Lights just got out of the way. He can gain 5th off Jacob. It's like, and then we're kind of add Fever trying to send on Jacob with that 3-second pen. Doesn't quite work out. Mikau crossing the line and first with PTR and say, PTR picking up a penalty. So combined jumps in 2nd. Anarchy jumps into 4th from 7th, I believe, or was it 8th?
7th, yeah.
So Anarchy...
From 7th to 4th, wow.
That
Very
safety
impressive.
car did not help most.
It didn't really throw much interesting strategy into the mix.
They threw 2 people in the pit lane though.
It was better than nothing.
As Mikhail takes another win at Spa with combined taking second with PTR and third PTR picking up a second podium for this round.
Thanks for the follow, F1 Fanatic 70.
And I believe the weekend winner will go to Mikhail this week. And who's leading the championship? Because I have no idea.
I think it should still be combined at this point.
So that is the standings for this round. Mikhail will be taking the winner for this round. PTR behind him on 28 points. Combined will be in third with 26. Lights will be taking fourth for 21. Jacob on 16 with Anarchy. So they'll be tied fifth. Mikhail or FIBA, T-Mac, Mr. Spice and Codrod all sitting 10th, 9 and 2 for the bottom 2. But Anarchy having a great drive puts her from 7th, able to keep up with the FIBA battling ahead of them and point in 4th at the end.
For the first few races in AFR, it was very clean racing from him.
Now, you can do the honours and choose who to interview this week. Because I couldn't do it last week.
No worries. How about we give... wait, who won the weekend again? It was Mikhail, wasn't it? Yeah, let's bring Mikhail in here.
Hello, Mikhail.
Oh, we're doing interviews. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
That was a fantastic drive that you pulled off today. Well done.
Very level-headed, mate. Very, very consistent in both of the races.
Thank you. Yeah, so pretty happy with that drive. Tried out something different with the feedback, but yeah, it worked out pretty well. Quite happy with it.
Well, good job, mate. I noticed at the end there was a pretty interesting safety car. Did you have the thought at all to move on to softs at all?
No.
No.
I thought that he would say that. I thought he would say that.
Just a Kimmy answer right there. Just no, didn't cross my mind at all.
No, fair enough. Well,
I told you.
If I was in that position, I probably would have done it and regretted it.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Was it Lights who did that?
Yeah, Lights did that the bit, and he looked like he did regret it. Dropped all the way down to like 8th on restart.
Although he did have a penalty, so if he didn't get that penalty on the safety car, he may have done better. But yeah, it was probably the smarter move in retrospect. Well, yeah. Anyways, again, very level-headed weekend, Mikhail, and hopefully you'll be a bit closer to combine now in the championship, if not overtake him.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
Now, next week you're going to Bahrain for F2. How confident are you with Bahrain on the F2 cars?
Bahrain's certainly a very strong track for me, but it's a very strong track for my rivals as well. So, yeah, it should be a fun race, especially if the likes of Pandas decide to show up. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it, and if I have the same support from my lovely viewers and my lovely cheerleading squad as I did tonight, we should be in with a good result.
Well, thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you for your time, and we'll see you next week.
Yep, see you next week.
See ya. Who else? Should we do Anarchy for that drive?
Yeah, let's bring up Anarchy. First race came, what, 5th for the weekend? First race for AFR?
I think so.
Oh,
he's just left. That's no.
I guess we got Combined to interview then.
Yep, Combined. Hello, Combined.
Oh, hello.
Here he is.
Race 1 didn't go your way.
No, I got caught in a double stack with PTR.
both.
That was agonizing, man. That was. Oh, I think it was stationary for at least 30 seconds. It would have been absolutely
Yeah, it was
agonizing.
annoying.
Being
I had to
watching
pit
your-
the same lappers in because of my tires. My tires were 60-something%. Didn't want to risk it.
Yeah, we noticed
Makes
that the softs kind of dropped off a bit of a cliff at the 4th or 5th lap.
Oh yeah. It was really understeering on
Yeah.
the end. That's it just had no grip on the
Well,
turns.
after you dropped to what, 8th, 9th, after your pit, you still brought it back to 7th
It was P9 I dropped to, and then I went to P5.
or P5 on the first race, getting solid points in the second race. You were able to gain a P2 finish from disaster in lap or race 1.
Yeah. Actually, the P2 finish, I got P3 actually. P2 I think was desynced, so gotta remember that. Gotta note that one.
Well, he did disconnect before the race starts, so
Yeah, well,
could have been desynced.
I
Well,
noticed at the end there combined on the last few laps after the safety car when Feeber lost it. Did he make contact with you?
no.
No. So someone else.
I
he
actually
made
did some
contact.
decent avoiding. Like when T-Mac crashed, I avoided that somehow. When Fever spun, I avoided that.
just give us some insight. What happened to T-Mac? Because we didn't see it. We just saw him retire.
He just lost it on the exit of a corner, like just before the last sector, I think. We're just entering it.
So he would have lost it, gone a bit wide, hit the wall, I'm guessing.
Or probably just took too much throttle. I don't know.
One of them. Well, next week you got Bahrain. Hopefully you're prepared for that.
Well, I don't really prepare for this series, but yeah, Bahrain is okay. It's a fun track.
A big
Race.
flex. Big flex.
That is,
Come on, people say I sweat in this
that's
league.
a
Yeah,
massive
dude.
flex.
People say that I do sweat, but I did one lap of practice.
Well,
That's
you
a
did a very good job with 1 lap of practice. That's for sure. buddy.
Oh yeah.
Well, hopefully you can keep up this form going on. I did just take a peek at the standings there. It seems I was incorrect. I believe Mikhail was leading the standings by 3 points.
That was after last race, yeah.
Yeah, so now Mikhail should be ahead by at least 15 points. So are you hoping to next week put in a bit better results to be able to bridge that gap a bit more?
I don't know, Mikhail's quick. It's hard to beat him. So we'll see, but yeah, I hope I can get some good results. Anyways.
Thank you for your time. We will see you next week for Bahrain.
Oh yeah. See ya.
See ya.
Thanks, Combined.
Well, that'll be all for F2 for this week. Next week, as I said, going to Bahrain. I think we are live this Sunday. As said earlier in the stream, we'll be doing State of Origin, which will be every state of Australia plus New Zealand will be racing against each other. I believe we have... How many states are doing it?
I believe it's 6 in total, including New Zealand.
Let me have a challenge.
Could be wrong about that.
7. So we got
7.
all 7 states going off. I believe it will be only... There's 2 states that will have 1 driver. That will be SA and ACT. It will be me and Quantum driving by ourselves for our respected states. So we should be live Sunday, normal time. So we'll be live at Tier 1 race time. So that'll be 7:30 Melbourne. And hopefully...
7.
Oh, it's 7. I thought it was 7:30. What?
I'm just looking at the attendance form now. It says 7 p.m. So I'm just reading what I can see on screen. I could be wrong.
Damn. I'm wrong again. Feels bad.
It's all good, mate. Well, yeah, as Pepsi said, yeah. Well, so I guess we'll be seeing you guys on Sunday for the State of Origin.
We'll catch you all then. Goodbye.
Right.